In the hidden dark world beneath our feet or within the walls of fallen trees, a remarkable society thrives. This is the termite colony, a bustling city of millions, all working together for a single purpose. Each termite has a special job to do. There are the strong soldiers with their powerful jaws ready to defend their home against any intruder. Then there are the workers, the tireless builders and foragers who gather food and care for the young. They are the backbone of this vast community, ensuring everything runs smoothly, day in and day out. At the very center of this intricate web of life, however, is one individual who is more important than any other, the queen. The queen is the mother of the entire colony. Her body is a magnificent egg-laying machine, swollen and enormous compared to her tiny subjects. Her one and only duty is to lay eggs, sometimes thousands in a single day, filling the nest with new generations of workers, soldiers, and future royals. She is the source of all life within the colony, the very reason for its existence and its continued growth. Without her, the colony has no future. The workers understand this instinctively. They dedicate their lives to her, feeding her, cleaning her, and protecting her from all harm. She is the heart of their world, and her well-being is their highest priority. Her subjects show their devotion in a very particular way. They constantly surround her, gently grooming her enormous body with their mouths. This licking is a vital act of care. It keeps her clean, preventing dangerous fungi or bacteria from growing on her delicate skin, which could make her sick. The workers are like a team of personal nurses attending to her every need. This constant attention ensures she can focus entirely on her crucial task of laying eggs. It is a beautiful display of cooperation, a system perfected over millions of years to ensure the colony's success and prosperity, all revolving around this single, precious queen. But this act of care, this gentle grooming, holds a hidden, darker potential. The queen's survival depends entirely on the tireless service of her workers. They bring her every meal, a special pre-digested food that she can easily consume. They are her connection to the outside world, her protectors and her cleaners. This complete dependence places her in a very vulnerable position. The very same workers who sustain her life also hold the power over her death. The line between care and destruction is incredibly thin, and it is controlled not by emotion or thought, but by something far more ancient and powerful: chemistry. The grooming that keeps the queen healthy is more than just a cleaning service. When the workers lick her body, they are doing something else that is incredibly important for the colony. They are tasting her. The queen's skin is covered in special chemicals called pheromones. These are like a unique perfume that only she produces. This chemical signature sends a constant message to all the other termites in the colony. It tells them, "I am your queen. I am healthy and strong. Our colony is stable." As long as this message is powerful and clear, the workers remain loyal and everything in the nest continues to function as it should. This chemical message is spread throughout the entire colony. As workers lick the queen, they pick up her pheromones. Then as they interact with other termites, they pass these chemicals along through shared food or simple touch. In this way, the queen's signal reaches even the farthest corners of the nest, acting like a social glue that holds their society together. It prevents other female termites from developing into new queens, and stops the workers from becoming restless. It is a chemical broadcast that maintains order and unity, ensuring that everyone works towards the same goal, the success of the colony under one single ruler. However, as the queen grows older, her body begins to change. Just like any living creature, she eventually starts to weaken. Her egg-laying may slow down, and crucially, the production of her special queen pheromone begins to fade. The powerful chemical message that once kept the colony in order becomes faint and weak. The workers, licking her body, notice this change immediately. The taste is different. The signal that once told them all is well now whispers something else entirely. It is a message of decline, a sign that their leader is no longer at the peak of her strength. This is where the behavior of the workers begins to shift in a dramatic and seemingly cruel way. The gentle grooming can intensify. More and more workers gather around her, licking her body more vigorously. They are driven by an ancient instinct, a response to the fading chemical signal. What was once an act of care now becomes an act of assessment, and potentially an act of destruction. The colony has reached a critical turning point, and the queen's fate now hangs precariously in the balance, decided by the collective actions of her own children. Pheromones are the invisible language of the insect world. For termites, these chemical whispers guide almost every aspect of their lives. They are not just used by the queen, they are used for everything. When a worker finds a source of food, it leaves a chemical trail on the ground, a scented pathway that its nestmates can follow. When danger approaches, soldiers release alarm pheromones into the air, a chemical scream that tells everyone to prepare for a fight. These signals are precise and instantly understood, allowing millions of individuals to act as a single coordinated superorganism. The queen's pheromone is perhaps the most important of all. It is a royal pheromone, and its presence brings a sense of stability and purpose to the colony. It suppresses the reproductive development of all other termites, ensuring she remains the one and only mother. This chemical control is absolute. As long as her signal is strong, no other termite will challenge her reign. The workers are chemically programmed to serve her, and the colony remains a harmonious and efficient unit. This chemical monarchy is the secret to their incredible success in the natural world. But when the queen's pheromone signal weakens, it creates a crisis. The message of stability is replaced by a message of uncertainty. The social glue that held the colony together begins to dissolve. For the workers, this is a sign that the colony's future is in jeopardy. A weak queen means fewer eggs, which means fewer new workers to replace the old ones. A failing queen could lead to the slow and certain death of their entire society. The termites cannot afford to be sentimental. Their actions are not driven by cruelty but by a cold, hard calculation for survival. The intensified licking is a direct response to this fading signal. The workers are, in essence, trying to get a stronger taste of the queen to confirm what they are sensing. If the signal is gone or too weak, it triggers a new set of instructions in their tiny brains. The programming that once said care for the queen is overwritten by a new, more urgent command. The queen is failing. The colony is at risk. We must prepare for a replacement. The lethal lick is not an attack. It is the colony's way of making a difficult but necessary decision. When the workers' licking becomes excessive, it marks the beginning of the end for the old queen. The constant, vigorous grooming can physically damage her delicate outer layer, causing her to lose vital body fluids. It is a slow, gradual process, a death by 1,000 licks delivered by those who once cared for her. From our perspective, it seems brutal. But for the termites, it is a necessary act to ensure the continuation of their lineage. By hastening the death of a failing queen, they open the door for a new, stronger one to take her place, and in doing so, they save their colony from collapse. This behavior is not unique to termites. Other social insects have their own ways of dealing with a failing monarch. In some ant species, if a queen's egg production drops, the workers will stop feeding her, or they may even surround and kill her directly. Honeybees have a process called supersedure, where the workers will raise a new queen while the old one is still alive. Once the new queen is ready, the old one is often pushed aside and allowed to fade away. In all these cases, the principle is the same. The survival of the many outweighs the life of the one. The study of these fascinating and sometimes grim behaviors teaches us a great deal about the natural world. It shows us how evolution has crafted incredibly complex social systems built on chemical communication and collective decision-making. These insect societies operate on principles that are very different from our own, driven by instinct and the relentless pressure to survive. Understanding how a termite colony decides the fate of its queen helps us appreciate the intricate balance of nature and the powerful forces that shape the lives of all living things. Ultimately, the death of the old queen is not an end, but a new beginning. With her gone, the chemical signal that suppressed the development of others disappears completely. This triggers a race among a select few young termites known as nymphs to become the next ruler. One will mature, develop into a new fertile queen, and begin the cycle anew, laying the eggs that will secure the colony's future for years to come. The lethal lick, as strange as it seems, is a vital part of their circle of life, a remarkable strategy that has allowed these incredible insects to thrive for millions of years.